protocol being observed. Just want to say bonjour or good morning to all my colleagues across the Caribbean, as well as in the global community. I just want to briefly speak on three things this morning concerning the topic that we are looking at in terms of the transition of the economies in the OECS and in the Caribbean as a whole in terms of energy development, specifically with regard to geothermal. To put things in context, as indicated before, there are 8 out of 11 member states that are pursuing geothermal development. And I do believe that they are pursuing development because there are strong economic benefits and that geothermal implementation can be transformative in terms of energy independence and energy security in the region. It can provide price stability in the cost of energy, and it's a reliable source of base load power. And of course, we are well aware that geothermal itself has other uses apart from the generation of electricity. The resource can be used and linked to other sectors, such as the agro sector. I think geothermal is also developing in the context that the mandate that the OECS would have received from the Ministers of Energy to develop responsible, responsive, and resilient energy transition in our region. The development of geothermal energy is also in sync with the St. George's Declaration of Principles on environmental sustainability. And of course, as Chamberlain indicated earlier, that is in keeping with our energy framework and is linked to the Sustainable Development Goals. I just want to share with you that in examining a few countries such as Guadeloupe, Kenya, Iceland, and a few states in the United States such as California, and even our neighboring island of Dominica, I observe that there are several lessons we can learn in terms of the requirement for the transition to geothermal energy. We can learn that there is a strong government commitment in the development of geothermal energy in our region. And we also have the commitment from bilateral and multilateral institutions to help finance geothermal development. Of course, we know that the private sector has to play a very important role and is playing a very important role in the development of geothermal energy. We are well aware that geothermal is a very complex sector, and therefore it requires to take a phased approach to the development of geothermal energy. Of course, in the whole scheme of things, we have to continue to build capacity to empower our people to take advantage of this development in the geothermal energy space. And we have to continue to work to remove the various barriers that we have in terms of the development of geothermal energy, whether it be financial barriers, environmental and social, administrative, as well as limited capacity. I want to propose a couple of things this morning in terms of achieving the objective toward a sustainable energy future. And one of the things that I want to propose is that I think we have an opportunity to have interconnection in the OECS, interconnection in the Caribbean. We have quite a number of opportunities to have what we call sub-regional interconnection. For example, Dominica can be connected to Martinique and Guadeloupe. You have Grenada that can be connected to Carriacou, Petit Martinique, Saint Kitts and Nevis, can be connected, St. Vincent and the Grenadines with Bequia and Young Island. And then you have further up north, Antigua, Barbuda, Anguilla, St. Martin could be connected with the islands that are producing or have the potential to produce geothermal energy. And I think this is one of the innovative ways we can increase the access and the market size and the share of this important resource that is so transformative for the region. Secondly, I want to say that it would take collaboration. It may even take the bundling of various projects, whether it be wind, solar, and geothermal, in order for this to come to fruition. But I do believe that the collaboration must be an element moving forward as it relates to the development of geothermal and the transition of our energy sector. Finally, I would also like to indicate that in the scheme of things, we have to continue to build capacity and to research in this area of geothermal energy development. And I want to highlight to you that the OECS Geobuild program is in place. And for those who are not aware, the OECS Geobuild is actually an acronym for OECS Geothermal Energy in Capacity Building for Utilization, Investment, and Local Government. And it's funded through the funding from the European Union Caribbean Investment Facility, Inter-American Development Bank, through the Caribbean Development Bank's GeoSmart initiative in the tune of $3.1 million. This project has the single objective of advancing geothermal energy by providing certain specialized advisory services, analysis, and capacity building at the various stages in the geothermal development cycle. And it is envisaged to use a number of consultancies to deal with the technical areas, such as in engineering and technical advisory, the economic advisory, the capacity building, legal, etc. There are 5 member states who are benefiting from this particular project as we speak, namely Commonwealth of Dominica, Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I see that there's opportunity to collaborate with the Caribbean Geothermal Center of Excellence that I spoke of, and also with the GM. I think there are future opportunities for us to work together to collaborate so that we can indeed transform the Caribbean in terms of geothermal economic development. Thank you for listening, and I wish this conference to continue to be a good one. Thank you.